Shalom Akim. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Qadash, for allowing me to do another lesson. Yahweh, who the world normally calls God. Yahushai is his son, who the world normally calls Jesus Christ. And there's no God beside them. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. Alright, now this lesson is going to go into St. John chapter 14, verse 26, where Yahushai told his disciples, but the Comforter, no, Salak. Exactly, the point is in 27, but I'll start at 26. 25. These things have I spoken unto you, being yet present with you. But the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things, and bring all things to your remembrance whatsoever I have said unto you. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Right? And that word peace is a state of national tranquility, exemption from the rage and havoc of war. All right? So now we're going to get 1 Maccabees chapter 3. And I'll start at 13. Right? Just an example, quick example of the peace that the Lord left with the elect. Now when Saran, a prince of the army of Syria, heard say that Judas had gathered unto him a multitude and company of the faithful to go out with him to war, he said, I will get me a name and honor in the kingdom, for I will go fight with Judas and them that are with him, who despise the king's commandment. So he made him ready to go up, and there went with him a mighty host of the ungodly to help him, and to be avenged of the children of Israel. And when he came near to the going up of Beth Horon, Judas went forth to meet him with a small company, who when they saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how shall we be able so few to fight against so great a multitude and so strong, seeing we are ready to faint with fasting all this day? Unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up into the hands of a few, and with the God of heaven all is one, to deliver with a great multitude or a small company. Now as we read, we can see a few things. One thing being that it's of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that gives us the strength and the proper understanding is not for everybody. Right? As we just read, here it is, this man try to do his own thing. Scriptures say, all right, if it be not of the Most High, will come to naught. Right? So they came to naught. They didn't have the peace of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which, as we just read, that peace is an exemption from the rage and havoc of war. When you go into the word havoc, it goes into destruction. Right? So here it is. They had a destroyed mindset. Right? Meanwhile, Judas, there was nothing that could take his faith away from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Right? He was exempt from that destroyed mindset. He was exempt from that negativity. For the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of an host, but strength cometh from heaven. They come against us in much pride and iniquity to destroy us and our wives and children and to spoil us. But we fight for our lives and our laws. Wherefore the Lord himself will overthrow them before our face. And as for you, be ye not afraid of them. Right? And that's a man, right? That's a man of the Lord, in which we have to put on that mindset to overcome this fear that this devil is going to push upon the world. Right? As Mattathias told his sons, What verse is that? First Maccabees 2:49. Now when the time drew near that Mattathias should die, he said unto his sons, Now have pride and rebuke God in strength, in a time of destruction and the wrath of indignation. Now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time, so shall ye receive great honor and an everlasting name. Was not Abraham found faithful in temptation, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness? Joseph, in the time of his distress, kept the commandment and was made Lord of Egypt. Phinehas, our father, in being zealous and fervent, obtained the covenant of an everlasting priesthood. Jesus, for fulfilling the word, was made a judge in Israel. Caleb, for bearing witness before the congregation, received the heritage of the land. David, for being merciful, possessed the throne of an everlasting kingdom. Elias, for being zealous and fervent for the law, was taken up into heaven. And Ananias, Azarias, and Misael, by believing, were saved out of the flame. Daniel, for his innocency, was delivered from the mouth of lions. And I read through because in each and every situation, they stood firm for what they believed in, i.e., being a man. And thus consider ye throughout all generations that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. Right? Shall be overcome with fear and negativity and not believing that the Lord, that he is. Right? So let me finish this off. All right? Fear not the words of a sinful man, for his glory shall be dung and worms. Today he shall be lifted up, and tomorrow he shall not be found, because he is returned into his dust, and his thoughts is come to nothing. Wherefore ye, my sons, be valiant, and shew yourselves men in the behalf of the law, for by it ye shall obtain glory. So if that, Lord willing, you Akim will edify, shalom to the elect.